Oh, recording. Right, hi. Simon Bostock here, from Stockport. I'm 25, nearly 26. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I just thought I'd like to share with you some of the sex jokes which was popular in my primary school back in the old days, about 18 years ago. And it just shows you some of the ignorance and, to be honest, the innocence, the sweet innocence, if you can call it that, of young kids and their attitudes to sex, at least in the late 80s. The first one is the shagarada joke, and that kind of gives it away in the title, but shagarada is in fact the name of a girl of a really puritanical family, and they don't let her have any boyfriends or anything, but she does meet this lad at school and she invites him round when she knows her parents are going to be out. They get up in her room and they start getting amorous, and then eventually end up shagging. The family comes, well, the parents come home. The dad goes into his daughter's bedroom and is confronted by his daughter having it off with this lad. All he has time to shout out is "Shagarada, shagarada!" To which the lad shouts out, I'm trying." Yeah. So I mean, the worst that could have happened is she could have panicked and clamped down, and then they'd be stuck together. But I mean, that doesn't come into it, does it? I mean, okay, I'm analysing it way too much. Second one is the sex street joke. There is a town, and in this town there is a street called Sex Street, and this little lad is warned never to go on Sex Street by his mum, and never explains why, but it's obvious. And he was walking past the top of the street, and he sees this girl sort of standing on the corner, and she goes, "Come over and talk to me." He says, "Oh, what if I could, but I can't." And she says, "Well, I'll tell your mum you've been on Sex Street." How she knows his mum, I don't know, but anyway, it's irrelevant. So he goes over, starts talking to her. She says, "Come down to my house," and a house in the middle of the street. So he goes, "Oh, what if I could, but I can't." And she goes, "Well, I'll tell your mum you've been on Sex Street." So he goes to the house, and she says, "Oh, come inside." He says, "I would if I could, but I can't." So she says, "Well, I'll tell your mum you've been on Sex Street." So he goes in, and she says, "Oh, come upstairs." And he goes, "Would if I could, but I can't." She says, "I'll tell you mum been on Sex Street." It takes a while to get going, this. She says, "Come into my room." Says, "Would if I could, but I can't." "I'll tell you mum been on Sex Street." "Come in and sit on my bed." "Would if I could, but I can't." "Tell you mum been on Sex Street." "Take off my clothes." So I said, "Oh, would if I could, but I can't." "Take off your clothes." "Would if I could, but I can't." Then put your dick in my fanny. And it goes, "Oh, would if I could, but I can't." So he does it anyway. They have sex, although if he's not really with it, I can't understand how there's any purchase going in, you know what I mean? But anyway, she gets something out of it, because she says, right, take it out again." He goes, "Would have could, but I can't." It's stuck. So either she's clamped down for some reason, or he's suddenly got, I mean, he's a little lad, I wouldn't have thought it. And he doesn't know what's going on, so that's, I mean, that shows you then, you know, it's all a case when you're younger about, oh, put it in, you know, they don't understand the dynamics and you know, stuff. I don't know. This last one is the oldest joke, and it's, you know, it's the really most innocent stroke ignorant of the whole lot. Basically, is what did the fanny say to the willy? And bearing in mind, for people watching this in America or anywhere else that think fanny means bottom, it doesn't. It means the girl's fairly front bit. What did the fanny say to the willy? "Come in." I mean, that just sums it up, doesn't it? I mean, what little kids don't know about sex because vaginas can't talk. I don't think. It's not in my experience. Bye bye. Finish out.